Recent pickups part 60, right? So part 60, and I did 59 probably a month ago, and it's hard to believe April is almost over, right? April is almost done, but that's very hard to believe. So the first game is gonna be A Dead to Rights, A Reckoning. So A Dead to Rights, which was actually a PS2 game, then they made Reckoning in 2005 for the PSP. Now this is basically just like Max Payne, very similar to a Max Payne style game, right? The slow motion bullet time, the constant shootouts. It is a very fun PSP game. I played probably, 2 hours already so far, and yeah, it is very fun. And you get like this kind of husky dog to attack for you. It is pretty cool. So yeah, I did to rights, and obviously it's gonna have those graphics, right? From the PSP days. Next one's gonna be Marvel Nemesis. So Marvel Nemesis, and lots of Marvel games over the years, right? But Marvel Nemesis, and this is by EA, which is interesting. So based on what I've seen, it's like a fighting style game or like a clash style game, right? But it's as from like a third person perspective, it looks pretty interesting, right? So you have Captain America, Spider Man, Wolverine, Hulk, the Thing, Iron Man, etc. Right? So yeah. Next one is actually one I've been looking for a while is GTA Liberty City Stories. So which is also kind of like a GTA 3. So it's kind of like a semi GTA 3. So GTA, and this one though, as you can see, it is an overpriced game. I got it for a little less, right? Because I had like this other game in for a return, and then so I got this for a little less. Now, GTA Liberty City, there's GTA Vice City as well for the PSP, and yeah. So basically, a lot of those GTA, those early GTA mechanics, the shooting mechanics, driving mechanics, the mission structure, etc. Right? But for a while, I've been looking for a GTA game on the PSP. Another PSP game is going to be Pursuit Force. The first one. I have Extreme Justice, right? But a Pursuit Force. Now this I did order online via PayPal, and there's like a game store, there's a game store in another city that I did order this one off of. Pursuit Force 1. Um yeah, so basically very similar to the second one. Lots of high speed chases. You are a cop trying to stop these different factions, and a very fun. It plays very similar to like a mobile game, but it's very fun, and the shooting mechanics very solid. Driving mechanics, lots of tight time trials in this game. Another one is probably my favorite one out of all of the games is actually Transformers: A Fall of Cybertron, which I'm almost finished. I got this 2 weeks ago, and it was literally for $5. See, so it was for $4.95, $5. And if you ever go into a pawn shop like in your local area, right, visit a pawn shop, right, and you'll find games for super cheap there. Now, a Fall of Cybertron, you have Fall of Cybertron. What's the other one called again? Rise, a Rise of Cybertron, or the Battle of, the War of Cybertron, etc. So basically, it's like the Transformers. You play as Autobots, Decepticon, and it is actually interesting that you can play, from the villain perspective, right, etc. Right, but yeah, very fun game, like great mechanics, graphics, visuals, right, an amazing style game, and the voice acting, the sound design, etc. The last one's gonna be Halo 5 for $5, literally for $5, and Halo 5 Guardians. I don't know much about Halo outside of 3 and 4, right? But I heard what was the most recent one? Halo Infinite. So I think this one takes place before that. And like I said before, visit like your local pawn shop. You'll find, and if they sell games, you'll find them for super cheap, right? Depending like on their pricing. But yeah, definitely Halo 5 for Xbox One. I don't have a lot of Xbox One games, but I get them for a super cheap. So yeah, recent pickups part 60. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below games you I recently got. Thank you.